Now we're gonna talk about tilt. That is the next camera movement. It's also very used, especially to review something. And we use it even in facades, and I'm gonna show you here in 3D Max. But for you to understand it, in the same way that in pen, the camera stands still, and we have an animation of its target, right? Where it runs here, in the horizon from left to right, or from right to left. And tilt, it happens the same thing. The camera stands still, but instead of moving horizontally, it moves vertically. Not the camera, the target. So the camera is still. It's like it was on one side of the street, and there was a facade in front of me on the other side of the street, and I was seeing the basement of the building, the car entrance of the hall, and I started animating the target up so I could reveal the entire facade. And we used that a lot too. And the name of this camera movement is tilt. Let me show you here how we're gonna do that. I'm gonna take here Corona Cam. I'm gonna put it really close here. Look, as if this block was a facade, for example. Put it up here a little. Focal length 24. It's alright. I'm just gonna make it 24 here. What I'm gonna do is to select the target. Select move here. I'm gonna put it right in the middle to get it centered, right? And in the same way that pen has an acceleration and slows down, the tilt also has it, because usually we are not moving it once, differently from the other movements I'm gonna show you. But here, it also starts accelerating and then it breaks, and for that we can already animate it like this. If we want to, instead of having that in linear mode, I'm gonna bring here to this other mode, here and full in out. It's in brackets, locus. If you put the cursor on top of it, you can see it's written there. What's gonna happen here? Auto key, I'm gonna lock it. I go here and put it here. I'm gonna put these up. Done. I turned it off. Tools, grab viewport, create preview. 0, active segment. It's alright, because it's gonna be till 72. It's in clay. I can select default shading, for example. But let's keep in clay here. Create. Take a look. As you see, we started then to reveal the facade, for example, right? So we have there a tilt effect. And it looks like it's too fast. If it was a facade, we wouldn't do that in this speed. That's why I'm gonna even change it. I go to time configuration. I'm gonna set, for example, to 180. Let's increase a lot, just to see how it's gonna be. And this 72 here, I'm gonna bring it to 180. I just dragged it, right? I selected the target of the camera, which is the one selected. I can take here. I've already said that. We can move the keyframe wherever we want to. Now I'm gonna put it here in 180. So when I go to tool, grab viewport, create preview animation, I'm gonna select active time segment. It's gonna take the entire 180. If I want custom range, I would have to set to 180. Alright? But let's go. Create. I think now it's gonna look better. Take a look. Think about a facade scale, right? We won't be able to show it, so always think about light movement. Not always. I mean, almost never. The movement like this one, the fast movement, is okay. It looks much more beautiful, much more cinematographic. Slow movement like this one. Take a look. You have time to see all the volume. Remember when I said it's something about revealing? So like, you keep waiting for it to get to the end. It creates this anticipation for the person to wait till the end. So, just create it this way. Watch the timing of your animation. Apart from exceptions, Of course, sometimes you want to do something super electronic, like going round, moving fast, and it's alright, as long as that is on purpose. Alright, so this one was tilt. I want to show you how it is in perspective, for you to see how the camera is really still. And the target is the one that goes up. Look, it goes up to be able to see this here. Alright, I'm gonna delete it. And let's go to the next camera movement.